Not every artist needs a highly specialised painting surface. Sometimes you simply need a reliable, well-made panel that offers excellent value and versatility. Ampersand's Value Series Panels are designed to provide artists with durable painting surfaces for oils, acrylics and mixed media at a more accessible price point. In this video, Elaine Salazar introduces the different surfaces available in the Value Series range.
Hi, my name is Elaine Salazar. I'm the President and CEO of Ampersand Art Supply, and I'm excited to be here at Bromleys to talk to the wonderful people here about the different Ampersand boards that we're going to be covering today. In our Value Series range, we have the Prime Smooth surface. It's a very slick surface, but it actually has a little bit of absorbency, works really well with acrylic painting. It works phenomenally well with graphite as well. As you can see, you can get very dark on this surface. It does not have the sgraffito techniques that you can get with clayboard with graphite, but it's a very good graphite surface. As you can tell from this little piece here, this is, you can see all of the really detail that was done with graphite. It's also really excellent for mounting photographs or any kind of graphic that you want to mount, because the surface is very rigid, very solid, and you don't have anything that will interfere with the gluing down of your papers. If you want to glue canvas to the board, this would be the one that I would recommend to use. So you can see here, this piece was this is just a print that's been mounted to the board itself. It's also one of the best surfaces for working with alcohol inks. You can see here, I'm just going to drop some alcohol because it really moves the surface with the alcohol inks. You can move it on the board. It's really easy to move the inks around. Lift it up. It's not like a paper, right? And what's really nice about working on this rigid surface, again, if you're working in alcohol inks, you can actually just pop it into a frame and you're done. You don't need to mount it on anything. That's the great ability of working on Ampersand's rigid surfaces. The other panel in the Value Series is this Artist Panel Canvas Texture. So this is a basic beginning panel for someone who has never really painted on a rigid surface before. It's got a little bit of the tooth of a canvas, and you can see it now that I put some oil paint on it. So for somebody who's used to working on the feel of canvas, this is a nice surface to work on if they don't like the gesso board or the clay board for their work. For acrylics, this is a very good oil and acrylic surface. You can also do mounting on it as well, but you can see sort of this similar texture behind the brush strokes with the canvas texture. So this gives somebody who may not have tried at a lower price point the ability to try a rigid panel that's got a little bit of that familiar texture of the canvas to it. You can do lots of wonderful little paintings with this board. Here's a nice little piece on canvas texture on the Ampersand canvas texture panel. You can see sort of some of the rigid, but it's like working on a canvas panel basically. So on the Artist Panel Canvas Texture, it actually is sold in this flat panel, and like the other museum series, this has an MDF backing on it, and it's sold in this 1/8 inch thickness. It's also sold in the 9mm or 3/8 inch, and it also has these hang holes in the back. So all you do is put a screw in the wall or a nail in the wall, and then you can put it in through here and then sort of use these keyholes to adjust the painting on the wall. It's a nice advantage with this panel. This panel also comes in a cradle profile of 1.5 as well as a 7/8 inch profile. One of the other panels that we have in the Ampersand Value Series is the Artist Panel Unprimed Basswood. This is a really great surface if you like painting on a raw wood panel. It's extremely durable. Unlike a lot of the lower end panels you see that are raw wood in the marketplace, this has a 4mm top on it, which means that over time your paints, anything you put on here is not going to crack. The other thing is that it's made with basswood versus birch. So this panel, because it's basswood, it's a softer wood and the wood grains are much tighter. That means when you lay a gesso coating on here to seal the surface, you're not going to get fiber raising like you do on an MDF, like you do on a birch panel. And that's why we use basswood as our finish, as our top for the raw wood panels. You're never going to find on an ampersand board a knot in here, which you'll see football patches on some of the other products in the marketplace. You'll see knots on the edges. The other thing we do with the cradle part is it's a really high-end New Zealand pine. So this is less prone to warping even on your larger panels. So I'm just saying that this is a really, really solid wood panel if you want to work with raw wood. So again, no fiber raising when you seal it. No seams happen on this board, no knots. So it's really a durable, excellent panel to work on.
From ultra smooth painting surfaces to watercolour panels and specialist mixed media boards, there's a lot more to explore in the Ampersand range. Watch the rest of this series for an in-depth look at each surface, or visit Bromleys to shop the full collection. And of course, a huge thank you to Elaine Salazar for joining us and showing just how versatile Ampersand panels can be.